All right, folks, I think we're live here. Good morning and welcome to all of us here joining us on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the works. Of course, all of our students and members alike inside our live trading room. Great to see all of us here back this week, this Monday morning, June 26th. Great to have Alex, Grant, Norman, Michael, Lawrence, Brian, Egan, Raymond, and all of our students and members alike there. And hey, if you're a new trial member joining us here just for the week, welcome on aboard. Of course, you could tell this is not Fausto. Of course, my name is Josh. For any of our new members joining us here or on social, I got the hot tag from him just this morning. I know he's just stepping away for the morning, if not the day. He'll be back tomorrow. But folks, we got a busy day of lines headed for us here today, don't we? We have the Phase 2 class continuing today at 10:35 Eastern Time. We have a really active pre-market for what it's worth. Going into the market open here, the LCID trade was pretty flat, but it did run up pretty early for those of us that were able to trade prior to 8 o'clock. This was a really nice move. So let's start off by going over this, but then there's a couple of other housekeeping notes that I want to get to. Of course, we have a lot of new trial members joining us here, like I'd mentioned from the top. So I want to make a quick introductory message for all of us there, but LCID ended up leading to a nice pop early in the pre-market, like really at the beginning, 4 o'clock. But then once most of us were able to trade at like 7 o'clock or so here, it ended up leading to a nice pop higher, moved up pretty well at the time. But this is what I want to show us. I was prepping up this chart going into the market open, just going into the 8:30 move, 8 o'clock move or whatnot. And I ended up seeing this. I didn't call it out as much in the chat board. Topped off already at that point. So this was right around $6.20 this was. And yeah, right here, if you go, a pretty nice streak of lows touching right around 617-ish, 620-ish. So for what it's worth, it held pretty nicely for the most part. And the reaction after was a strong run up. So it's a really strong level you'd like to imagine. For the first time, it's retesting that as resistance. In pre-market here, it led to the nice hold, not even a pop and drop under it, just a clean hold. Then from there, it pulled back. So going into the open, hey, we're going to put this LCID trade on our watch list for right now. Still seems tradable, but let me ask us here, Grant, Warren, Kathleen, what's the recent trend of this stock for the last hour? What's the trend? Is it up, down, flat? So it's on our list either way. It's down, right? So you want to follow the trend down. Now, why I bring that up to you here is because we'll transition to another couple of stocks that we had from pre-market. MLTX. I mean, no one called this out, thankfully, and we barely showed it. I actually had a message, Rich, like, take this off the screen. It's too big of a liability to even show this thing because we have a lot of new members joining us here. And hey, let's just be frank, whether you have a wealth of experience within the stock market or not, you like the attraction, you like the big shiny object in the room, and you want to catch the nice big runner. So once this ends up popping, obviously it took off so fast, but perhaps on a pullback, you see this find support. Perhaps this could push back up again. Oh, just a little scalp. That's all. A little scalp. That's all. I'll be in for 20 seconds, right, Ryan? That's all. 10, 20 seconds. Can't do it. Not even worth it. So from that point, just, I had him take it off the screen. I didn't even realize at the time when I told him to, it already dumped off down to 70. And then look at where it's at now at $47. So, obviously at this point, this stock is trending down. It's too big of a liability with the volume and liquidity. Now you could say the same. No, not as much, at least at this point. Meds rebroke. So we talked about this just earlier where Meds ended up having a little pop and drop here. And at the time I said, be careful, just given the volume, it could be very similar to a move as what we just had on MLTX. But thankfully, this ended up holding just another higher low, just a re-break once more. Thankfully, this led to a nice move up here. But still, same could be said here off the next big resistance. You'd assume off $20 to be a key historical level, just given decade number, probably just a bunch of volume just on the order book that was filled there previously. Look at this. You could even see from the matrix. I'm not just saying it to say it. You just see it right here from the matrix, level 3 from TradeStation. So a ton of volume got filled there already. Of course, from consolidation, it's been around that price for about 8 to 10 minutes already at this point. But look at the difference in volume. Look at the volume profile here. Pretty big comparison between 20 and really anything else. So, that's a key level for any one of us to keep their eyes on. Actually, pardon me, I shouldn't say any one of us because this is probably more of a level 4 plus stock. If you're a new student joining us here, I'd rather you follow a different trade, maybe that LCID if that could build support again. So for right now, Med is going to put this on our watch list here still, but more of a level 4 plus. All right. For any one of us on YouTube right now, you might be wondering my shirt. I'm actually repping a little LAPD today for my friend Steve. He ended up giving this to me last visit in California. So a little LAPD today. A little casual Monday to begin. But, hey, MLTX, MEDS, what else did we have that was a pop and drop? Femi. Focus on the trend, right? Femi pop, Femi drop, and then from there it ended up just lingering around $1. There's a chance at a whole number, maybe it could bounce. Well, if it's not going to make that big move up, there's only one other way that stock's going to make a big move. What was the other one? There was one more that just another student was asking in the chat, and it's the theme of the morning, right? We just don't want to get anyone caught up into a trade where they're stuck holding on for a long period of time. There's one more out there, but either way, I don't want to kill time here. So, folks, what we'll do is just go from top to bottom now. There's actually a funny story sprinkled in with this here too on FGEN. I'm actually in a position right now that I can't get out of, and I'll explain more on that in just a moment. But meds on our list, but be careful. MLTX, stay away from it at this point, and we'll keep it going. Free. This had a nice little move up going into the 8 o'clock move, but it's done jack since. I don't know if this is a buyout or not even. I assume it's not because it's really not trading a lot of volume right now on the pre-market, at least for a buyout, 225,000. But you hope to see it pop higher. We'll give it a shot. We'll put this on our main list. Just give it a look. Morning meeting, class, coaching, another meeting, another class. Got to fill up on water today, folks. Pardon me there. So we keep it rolling, though. Free, we'll put on our watch list, see if this makes a better trade for us. BMEA. Where's OCEA? That was another one in pre-market that made a small pop. LCID we spoke about earlier. APLD, this was a weird move from Friday. From the end of last week, this ended up making a nice little run up again, and then from there completely came back down. So, yeah, nice bounce going into the market open here. It was showing good pre-market activity. There was a chance for this to break higher. And look what happened across the day. Holy smokes, this thing came crashing back down. I don't even know the news on this stock, if there's any news out on it, but at least up this morning, just about 7+ from Friday's close. It could be a good side list stock. Just the trend right now is a little flat. It's not really showing a whole lot for pre-market. So I'll write it down for the side, but we'll see if there's anything looking better for right now. All right, so we're kind of dipping like right around 5% already. Is that the case? Everything else dumping off here at this point. PACW, another side list stock I had on the pre-market list. I thought there was a good chance for that to go, but obviously didn't. Space, same deal. Just active in pre-market early, but now flat. So side list it goes. And that just about does it from the gainer side, folks. If there's anything else looking good on the way up, type it in, and then we'll hop over to the loser side here. Let's get the price column showing for right now. AVTX, wow, this thing got crushed too. Down over 82%. I didn't even see this going into the 8 o'clock move. I actually would have had this on the pre-market list if I noticed it. I didn't. So it had a small little dead cat bounce to it afterwards from like 40 cents, 45 cents up to 90, doubled up there in price. So yeah, hey, still there could be room for more. It's down so much percentage-wise. Perhaps there could be a small scalp day trade type of move to it. And when I say scalp, mind you, it may be for more than like a scalp. It could be for like an hour or two. But we know what happens to these dead cat bounces once the volume dies off. And might I say, if you don't know what happens to a dead cat bounce when the volume dies off, that's exactly what we're going to be covering in class today. The phase 2 stock course, folks, at 10:35 Eastern time. Perfect timing for that. We'll speak about this trade. So AVTX, FGEN. All right, where's my guy Brian here in chat? This is just so dumb, so from the hip. And when I say dumb, it's pure luck. Little story this morning, I guess, in over the weekend. I buy a scratch off ticket. I don't buy too many of them, really at all. So I buy one. I figured I was in the mood. It was the scratch off one. It was this like mega scratch off or mega crossword scratch off. I'm like, oh, geez, this thing's going to take so much time. I go. I thought I won $400. And I triple check it, quadruple check it. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm wrong here. And I check with the gas station attendant. They're like, yeah, it's not a winner. I'm like, what the? No, this is a winner here. What are you talking about? And what happened was the I that I thought was a T, I didn't scratch the bottom of the I off. You know how it has the horizontals, then the I, and then for the capital I. So I only scratched the top part of it off, and I didn't see it was an I, not a T, and it screwed me up. Well, hey, that would have been crazy luck if I had won. That would have been dumb luck. $400 winner. Who the hell does that on a scratch off, right? Now, what does that mean here? How does that relate here? I chat Brian like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, we're looking up unusual options activity. He's talking to me a lot about options on the side here, private chat. And, it's fun talking to him. So I'm going at it. And I noticed something on Benzinga. Actually, I have this, Brian. I'm going to copy and paste an image. Believe this or not, folks, I actually do got the proof here. I'm going to post it. I can only post inside the chat board here, inside the cyber group. How about that? But this is a little image I had sent Brian back a week or two ago on FGEN for unusual options activity. I'm just like poking at it, having fun at it at that. And I noticed something crazy on FGEN where I was like, wow, that's a really large amount of put volume. And it's so deep out the money. We're talking when this was at like $17, $18, you're talking outside the money puts at like $10 for $7.50 for $15. They're like huge money. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to have fun. Do one contract. Like, what the hell? It's for July 21st expiration. Holy smokes. Are you kidding me? To wake up this morning and find this at $5. I mean, it was Hanukkah on a summer morning. What do you want me to say? So talk about dumb luck. Talk about a crazy, stupid thing that just rolls in your favor. I'm not going to try and do that again really on any larger money than just one stinking contract, but it's just funny how it works out like that. I noticed a couple of different patterns on Coinbase, one on RNG for like more calls, and I don't know how that's doing of late. It looks kind of flat since, but FGEN, what a drop off this morning. Now, here's the thing. On the broker that I'm trading options off of, undisclosed for right now, I can't trade pre-market. I can't get out right now. They don't allow pre-market trading for options. So as soon as the market opens up, I'm just going to close this sucker out, and that's it. Again, undisclosed, but hey, FGEN is a dead cat bounce. I would look forward to, much like the AVTX. That's where I'm getting to at this point. Hey, going into the open down 78+%, I think that there's a good chance it'll squeeze up at some point. Hey, the puts I was looking at were like for like $10, $7.50, and that was huge out the money anyway. That was ridiculous. So, it's so far down already. I do think that we'll get a small bounce on this trade early. That's where I do want to just jump out as soon as the market opens up. All right. Let's see what else we got though here for the meantime, folks. A lot of stuff otherwise hard to borrow. Yeah, I mean, AAOI down big. I guess not really looking too great there. And that's about it. We're rolling into under 5% already. Current time right now is 9:14, folks. So we're running on good time here heading into the market open. Want to make sure that we all have enough time here to prep up and be ready. If there's any other stocks out there, folks, let me know if there's anything that looks good up, down, left, right, more than 5% here that looks good. Busy week here this week again, folks. Keep in mind we have the phase 2 stock course continuing today for any of our gold, platinum, diamond C2 students. Then from there, phase 3 will likely be on Wednesday and Thursday this week, I believe. So with that, folks, hey, Rich will post the link for class just as soon as the morning slows down a bit, just after 10:30. For any of our members on social media right now that were looking to join us this week, hey, you don't need to be a student just yet. Just join us by going right down to the link on the green banner below to sign up for a small trial. Tomorrow, I'll be conducting a live workshop inside our live trading room called Traders Talk. So that really gives any new trial members the best avenue to learn more about what we do, not just the call outs and the, look at us make money, look at us, get out before the stock tanks. We always like to say anyway, it's not a matter of your winners, it's a matter of your losers. So, we'll cover that in class, and we'll cover that more in Traders Talk tomorrow. Do you like free on the trend? Well, we were talking about trends, so I do like the fact it's holding here pretty nicely, Raymond. It's on our list. It's already on our list. We talked about that early. Take a look at AI. Yeah, I'll take a look at some sideless stocks. I have no problem looking at some sideless stocks, just like AI, PLTR, Mara. I looked at Mara earlier, and you know what I'd said earlier inside the chat board. So AI, nice little pop. PLTR not doing much. APLD, it's on our side list here. Hasn't reacted too much just yet either. Hey, if AI is making a small pop, then it looks good as a side list play here. if there's more volume to it when the market opens up, which obviously there will be more volume when the market opens up. But if this continues to show good direction after the open, Sam, then I'll look to call it out from there. So decent. Let's check out Mara here before we finish. Just checked over to social media, seeing if there's any other call outs from there. 1250 big level on Mara today. It's also going to be on our side list. It's not looking too great up or down percentage wise, but hey, that in particular, if you're going to trade AI, Sam, and if it's looking good, all the more to you. If it's looking good and you set your stops and you know where exactly to jump in and out of, then I can say the same exact thing here on a stock like Mara, right? So it's not going to be featured on our main watch list just yet, but after the open, if it ends up making a stronger push afterwards, then perhaps I'll call it out early, and then from there we'll try and capitalize. PACW is trying to make a small little slow bounce up right now, and this is up a little bit more percentage-wise. This was from our side list here too, so I don't mind promoting this to our main list. That makes 6 so far. CCL, oh, that's right, from earnings too. And, it's funny because they didn't even make a good move before this meeting started there from Michael and Brian on CCL, but they had earnings today. It's so crazy that their earnings, what is this? The earnings, is this their conference call right now that's going on? This is way too soon before the market opens up to make this type of reaction. So we knew that they were coming out with earnings today. That's why I had them on the pre-market list, but they really did nothing. I totally forgot about them. So yeah, good call. Nice. Put this right away back on our list. It's not up or down a lot percentage-wise, but more of a exception here given the news. It's super liquid. We all know CCL. Michael B saying Benzinga likes Hut, which is a crypto mining stock. So if Mara makes a push, then Hut can get the rub there too. Not a bad side list stock there, Mike. That did well back from Friday last week, Friday last week. All right, folks, we're going to wrap up for right now. Hey, once again, we have class coming up this morning, so we'll do that coming up just right at 10:35. I'll post the link for that prior. We got a whole busy morning ahead of us here with trading. So best of luck trading going into the market open if you're not joining us in the live trading room. And then for all of us here like Sam, Ray, Brian, Michael, Lita, Kathleen, etc., got to refill up on water, make sure I'm good to go. It's a long day of talking. Like I said, I look forward to it. It's good to be back in the saddle, folks. Fausto will be back tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. All right, catch you all soon. Talk to you soon, folks.